Apple Health is the most popular fitness app on iPhone. In this video, I went for a walk and monitored its calculations to see if it's accurate. So, let's get started. Before we get into the test, we need to understand how Apple Health calculates data. On its own, the Apple Health app doesn't track much. It tracks the steps, and based on that, most of the calculations happen. When you open it, you see two types of energy consumptions. One is your resting energy, which calculates your BMR, basal metabolic rate. BMR is the energy consumption of your daily tasks. This includes your sleeping, sitting, cooking, talking, etc. Basically, what we do in our daily lives. Usually, this is around the same mark most days. The other is your active energy, which calculates your walking and the number of floors climbed. Based on your walking speed, movements, weight, height, and other stuff, this energy is counted. In this video, we are focusing on your active energy. For the steps data, the best way is to take a walk. First, I went for a few minutes and counted my steps. At the start, the app has 943 steps recorded. I went for 200 steps and counted myself as I did. After returning, I couldn't believe my eyes to see the exact 1143 steps. Sure, when you go for a lengthy walk, this might make a difference, but on this trip, Apple Health was accurate in terms of steps. One more thing Apple Health covers is the flights climbed. I like this option as it's unique to Apple Health. For this data, it shows 5. I have climbed more than this, but a few times I did not have my phone. So I think this data is pretty accurate as well. Alright, in the next round, I compared Apple Health with Samsung Health and Google Fit. Again, Apple Health does not allow tracking a workout, so I made a video of all three at the start. By the end, this was the result of all three apps. However, I did not stop there. The next day, I had both phones with me at all times. In the late morning, Apple Health showed 259 steps walked. At the same time, Google Fit recorded 366 and Samsung recorded 455. In the afternoon, we can see Apple recording 937 steps, and in comparison, Fit recorded 811 and Samsung recorded 1230. Lastly, I checked it in the evening and the results were Apple at 5147, Fit at 6318 and Samsung at 6469. In all the cases, we can see that all count steps differently. Samsung Health is more sensitive, counting more movements. Google Fit finds a sweet spot by counting some and skipping some. Apple Health takes its time and only counts a step when more than one is taken. So overall, this concludes that Apple Health is strict, and if it shows a number, most likely you have walked around 5 to 10% more. Now let's talk about calories. Apple Health is limited on its own, but it still counts the calories as we discussed. I walked for 1180 steps on the following day according to the app, and it says 152 kilojoules burned, which is about 36 calories. However, I checked this data in a couple of calculators and in Samsung Health, which recorded almost the same steps. One showed 125 kilojoules and the other showed 167 kilojoules. Samsung Health was in that range as well. Yes, there is always a bit of variance in the calories data, but I think Apple Health is close to others. So is Apple Health accurate? When you go for a walk, yes, it's highly accurate in terms of steps. However, when you do normal activities like going to the kitchen or toilet, it might not fully count those steps as it's strict in those situations. In terms of calories, the data differs slightly from others, but it's not significantly different, so we can rely on it. After all, it's just an app, so some of the information is estimated. Now to answer this question, yes, I would say Apple Health is accurate. With that being covered, this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching it. Please subscribe as it really helps. I will see you next time. Take care.